Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM19 story, part of the Furniture with me, Daniel. It's season 15, episode 11, and after a dramatic season in multiple competitions, we're back today for a title decider in the Premier League, as a win could make us favourites with one game to go. It's first v second, Man City v Torquay, neither side in the top 5 of the league last year, and both gunning for the title this season. We've got a game in hand on everyone except Liverpool, and a win today puts the competition in our hands, knowing we'd need just a point on the final day of the season. Man City are playing their last game against us, so they'll be able to do nothing if they lose out today. If we draw, we'll need to beat Liverpool by 6 or 7, which is surely going to be very difficult, and if we lose, we're out of the title race and could actually finish as low as 4th. But the one good thing that comes from this, Champions League football is guaranteed next year, and we've of course got a second chance to go for it anyway, as we've made the Europa League final against Barca. We've also got an FA Cup final to come up, so 3 massive episodes to finish the season, and I hope you continue to enjoy the story, as these are the moments we've been waiting for. 14 years of building a club, 1 big trophy in the bag this season, and now we've got a chance to add up to 3 more, and we're playing against all the big sides in the world. I'm really delighted to be where we are, and it's going to be a fun last couple of months of this series. If you are enjoying it, please do put a thumbs up on the video. I can't thank you enough for your continued support, and if you're new to the channel, then do subscribe for daily content, and plenty of them will be from this series as well. But obviously, if you weren't with me last time, you did miss an absolute cracker. We played our Europa League semi-final second leg. That one was against AC Milan, and it couldn't have been a more dramatic episode too, which seems to be a theme in recent episodes. We've got a few concerns coming into this game, but there's plenty of positives to go with them as well. We've obviously got nothing to show you on the schedule because we haven't played any games since that Milan one, although we are just 3 days later now, so we've got a few fitness problems pre-match. So the next 3 episodes I imagine will be a little shorter, but they're all going to be focused on massive games at the end of the year as we come towards a dramatic finale in 3 competitions with a chance to still do the quadruple. So let's go and get straight into this game against City. We all know the permutations. If you didn't, go back a few seconds and pause the league table so you can see exactly where we stand at the moment. The only thing you probably didn't see on that screen, City had a better goal difference by 6, but they've also scored more goals than us too, so it's effectively 7 they lead by. Essentially, if we don't win today, we aren't going to be able to win the title because we're not going to beat Liverpool by 7 goals. But we've got to try our best and do what we can, and a result against City is going to be tough enough, let alone with it being to decide the title. Let's go and see what the media have said. Manchester City are favourites. They've got a slightly better head-to-head record against us, though it's pretty tight against a world-class side. Of course, there's a little bit of a subplot to this. The hero for Manchester City could be our former player Julian today, the man who got us to this position, fired us into Europe with his goals last year, helped us get the bigger budget to bring in world-class players, and he's going to be on the bench for Manchester City, and he could come off the bench to score a goal. He could win them the title at our expense, and we certainly wouldn't want to re-sign him then. But City have got a packed out stadium, and despite their inconsistent form and our strong one, we've still got a pretty tough task ahead if we're to get anything out of the game. They've got 2 players out with injuries, we've just got Gonzalez missing still, but there's a few fitness issues we need to be concerned of. Tariq Opoku not fit after injury, and Omar, the hero from the last episode, unfortunately was his first game back in 2.5 months, and he's not quite fit enough for this one yet. So unfortunately our talisman and best player is probably the one missing out today, 86% fit, and we don't want to risk him. I know the Premier League title would be an absolute dream, but realistically I think we've got more chance in the other 2, particularly the FA Cup final next weekend, and it's the one I missed out in our other series, the head coach, so I want to make sure Omar's fit for that. It's going to be a magical moment for Torquay, and I don't want to risk injuring him for the rest of the run-in. So we've made a few changes from midweek, most of them to strengthen the side. Moniverson comes back in at centre half, Recchio drops to the bench, and Beja goes out of the squad entirely. Then in midfield, Dimitri Lapin's back in. He was too tired to play on Thursday night. Omar's dropped back out for him, with Maddie Cater switching to the advanced playmaker role. And then on the bench we thought about bringing on a sub-keeper. I'm going to do that for the cup finals, but not today for the league match. So it means we've got Stojanovic in goal as always. The sweeper keeper's had a brilliant first season. season. Quirk and Moraes at fullback with Mon-Everson alongside McDonnell, then Bacanes in the holding role, Lappin and Cater in central midfield, and the out-of-form Sousa on the right wing, with Silla on the left behind Andrade up front. Let's go and get into this massive game. Who's going to win the Premier League title? Don't forget, even if we win today, we have still then got to get a result against Liverpool, but we know that would then guarantee us the league, as City will have finished their season. It's a 4-2-3-1 for City. They've got De Ligt lining up at the back still, the only real player left in their lineup. Dude's in the holding role, a player we tried to sign many years ago. Herky's a recognisable name at left back. They've got Mane in the number 10 role, and the experienced Williams up front, who's been a thorn in our side on many occasions. There's Julian on the bench, alongside Ottenorff, another player we've tried to sign before, and Kelby Carrick as well, who chose Liverpool over us a few years back. He's on the bench for Man City today. Let's go and talk to the lads and tell them to prove a point. That's what Stuart Jelling recommends, and most of the lads are motivated by it. We're going to tell the media we've got faith the lads will see it through. It's a difficult position. Omar's not ready to start this match. He can only do one a week on his return from injury, and we're going to drop to a balanced mentality straight away, just to make sure we don't concede early goals. Might be too late though, as Williams wins it from the kick-off, gets it to Bentley on the left, but his cross is blocked and it's out for a throw-in, and those tactical changes will now be made. 2 minutes gone, it remains 0-0, but City have had the more territory at the start. It's a free kick on the right for City. Williams delivers, headed away by Bacanes to Dude. Good shot by Bentley and Stojanovic saves, with Mon-Everson hacking it away for a throw. 10 minutes gone and the first highlight we've seen in attack, and it was one for Manchester City, who are back again here with a corner. Headed away by Mon-Everson, but Dude's going to get there first. Brilliant work to recover possession, and he finds Jones in the middle. Back to Herky's the left back. Inside to De Ligt, the experienced centre half. Of course at Juventus now in real life. Mane gets it wide to Montero on the right. He cuts into the edge. That's a fantastic goal from City. And we're going to demand more from the lads already. But I think we've already seen how much of an uphill task this will be. I don't think we're going to quite make it to the title. Over 38 games, we've taken it to the last one. We've got to be proud of that fact. But unfortunately, it's not quite going to be enough, as City are just too strong for us. Mane in the box to Montero. Mon-Everson knocks it away. Dude shoots from the edge, and it's a great save by Stojanovic. He's really keeping us in the game at the moment as City continue to dominate. Stojanovic makes another save from a header, and we're going to go back to positive now as we're getting outplayed while we're sitting deep. Montero in the middle to Castano. Now Dude out to Herky's overlapping on the left. Into the box and now Williams. Straight at the keeper from point blank range, and it's a good save by Stojanovic. A quarter of the game gone and it's still 1-0. We're hanging on in there despite being outplayed. Richard Quirk gets it back as his long throw is cleared. Out to the right for Silla. He crosses towards Cater, but no one else is there. Bacanes out to the left for Quirk. Delivers into the box and it's cleared. Mane gets it away to Bentley, and now City can counter at pace. It's Williams on the left-hand side in the box. He finds Mane, whose shot's blocked. Dude shoots on the rebound from 25 yards, but he goes wide of the post as City still lead. 11 shots and we haven't managed one at the goal yet. Not even on target. We've not even had a shot. Manchester City absolutely dominant, and it looks like they've turned up to win the title. They're not going to let things slip from here as we finally get some possession in the middle. It's Cater who gets it off the centre half. Out to Silla on the left, but it's overhit and he can only head it, and he's fallen straight to City again. Mane switches it to Bentley on the left. A far better ball than our one was. Headed away in the box by Torquay. Falls for Castano. His shot's blocked. Montero now finds Bentley. It's a siege mentality on the edge of our own box as they finally concede possession to us. Half an hour gone, City dominant, and they're back with another free kick. It's Mane who shoots. Stojanovic saves. He continues to keep us in the match. We're back as Mon-Everson's got it at centre half. He finds Quirk and now Bacanes. Look how deep we are in possession here. We just cannot get out at all. We need McDonnell to strive forward, but he's gone long instead. And Andrade's in one-on-one. And out of nowhere we get our first shot of the match. Andrade missing a clear-cut chance. It came out of nothing from a long hoof clearance, but we finally have created something at City. Mane loses out in a 50-50 to Lappin. He goes back to Cater in the middle. Bacanes keeps it and finds Cater again. Out to the left and it's a poor ball. Montero and Rhodes get it away between them as City play out from the back. It's Castano to Mane in central midfield. City continuing to be dominant, and they really have put on a champion's performance today, something we've not been able to compete with. Moraes with a poor-headed clearer to Montero, but he's managed to put it wide at a post, and Stojanovic takes the goal kick short. Moraes does a bit better this time. Keita out to Silla on the left-hand side. He goes down the line, but there's no one there, so back into Keita, who finds Bakanes, and he brings it into central midfield. Back to Mon Iversen in the halfway line. He finds Lapin and now Quirk. We're finally keeping some possession now. Sousa finds Keita again. We've got a man overlapping if Andrade can find him. Sousa shoots and it's a good save. Another good effort from Torquay. And despite being outplayed, we're starting to create chances, and that's a good sign coming towards the break. We're into 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of the half. Williams delivers to Duday. That is a remarkable save by Stojanovic. Brilliant down to his left-hand side. Moraes clears the second one away, and a thumping sliding tackle means City keep possession. Montero out to Rhodes on the right. In towards Williams, but Quirk heads away. Sousa will run it away down the right wing, but the half-time whistle will surely go. We're 1-0 down, and how it's not more I don't know. We've only got our goalkeeper to thank. We're going to tell the lads to go and prove a point. We're going to aggressively tell them it as well. They've not really been at their best today, and I don't mind if we end up losing this match, but I don't want to go down with a whimper. It's City who kick off in the second half. Hopefully it'll be a little bit calmer in this period, as City have 15 shots in the first half, and we couldn't even keep up with the highlights. Duday concedes possession to Quirk, but we've given it away straight back to them. It's Jones on halfway to Herkes. A long highlight normally means one thing. City are probably going to create a chance here, and it's going to be hard for us not to concede it. Bentley out to Herkes on the left again. He delivers into the box. Montero taps it in as Moraes has lost him, and he has picked a really poor game to be terrible. Bruno Moraes has lost his man, and his rating's going to plummet after that. The two fullbacks have really let us down. We've got them on attacking mentalities, and they've not been able to cope today. We're going to drop to support just so they don't get caught out, and we'll try and stay positive as a team, but without the fullbacks charging forward. It's Lapin on the right-hand side to Sousa. He beats a man and crosses, but it's aimless and straight into the keeper's arms, as City still lead 2-0. And the highlight's not even ending as he goes long downfield. Mon Iversen heads it away to Sousa, who charges at the defence again. Into the box, and he's been slide challenged. It's cleared away by Castano. Bentley on the counter. It's end-to-end football now, as Mane comes forward in midfield. He's got a man on the right in Montero. Tries to deliver, and it's into the box. Bentley heads it into the arms of the keeper. We've got away with another one there. It's a throw on the left for City. Herkes takes it to Duday. Moraes' ratings drop to 6.1 now. Mane in the box. It's another brilliant save. They're running absolute riot now. I've got to drop to balanced again because we're getting outclassed, and we're going to ask the lads to show some passion. A free header in the box. I don't mind if we lose to City. I don't mind if we get outplayed by a world-class side, but do not lose free headers in the penalty area. It's not acceptable at Premier League level. Mane gets the ball as the corner's cleared. Williams to Bentley. City still forward. Castano misses from the edge of the box. No one marking him. They played us off the park, and now we're back with another corner for Williams. Jones heads it and Stojanovic saves. His rating's moved into the 7s now. We're going to make some changes just to try and stem the flow. The fullbacks are both going to get a rest as they're getting outclassed at the moment. Cisse and Lonergan-Irwin on there. And then on the left wing we're going to take off Boubacar Silla. He's anxious and Kozl's a goal scorer on the bench. Lapin's not had the best of games either, but we haven't got as many options in central midfield. 15 to go. It's a free kick from Lonergan-Irwin into the box, and it's cleared as far as Kozl. Lapin finds Sousa, and he finds the centre forward. It's a brilliant save off the woodwork, and Oliveto claims it at the second attempt. City hold on for 2-0. I'm in a bit of a dilemma here. That goal would have changed it, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Do I keep it at 2-0 and make sure we don't lose confidence ahead of the cup final starting next week? Or do I go all out attack to try and chase it, knowing that we may lose 4 or 5-0? It's the fact that we need 3 goals that's putting me off. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that. So Keita's going to head the ball away as we stick with our balanced mentality. It's Carrick the substitute to Rhodes. He shoots, but it's wide of the post. Out for a goal kick to Torquay as Julian's still sitting on the bench. It's Mane with a free kick. 4 minutes to go. Just over the bar as Stojanovic dives. His rating's now a 7.1. One of the best players on the pitch despite the 2-0 deficit. Third minute of stoppage time, there's just 45 seconds left. I'm afraid the Premier League title dream is over. We weren't really expecting it to come this soon. Champions League football is a massive step and is going to help us next season, but we just fall short at the final hurdle, Man City proving they're too strong. Don't forget they spent big after finishing mid-table last year. As we come forward at the back, Moniverson on halfway with a long ball down the right, but it's misplaced and it's out for a throw-in. I'm a bit disappointed we didn't put up a fight, but City win comfortably 2-0. A world-class side who celebrate the Premier League title. Well deserved after a terrible year last year. Montero's brace enough to put us to the sword. We did have a chance to stop them, but we just didn't turn up on the day. But we've got to put that thought aside quickly, as it's FA Cup final time next weekend. A magnificent effort over the season, no, and although we're disappointed with the lads today, we can't fault their effort over the course of 38 games. There's the confirmation then, we're in third place at the moment. We can't finish below that because Manchester United lost at Arsenal. That means that if we win our final game of the season, or even get a draw at Anfield, we will go into second place above Spurs. But regardless, we're going to finish in the top three. What a fantastic achievement for little Torquay. We'll see what the media said about this one though. Manchester City left the Premier League trophy. They dominated the match and it was thoroughly deserved. But there's the confirmation we've qualified for the Champions League. Another massive landmark after 15 years. This season keeps giving us big milestone moments, and I really can't wait to see those budgets at the top there, as they could be absolutely massive as we prepare for next season. Let's go and have a look to see what it is. How much are we going to get? 67 million, that's not bad at all, and an initial wage budget of 1.8 million. I'm not quite sure what it is at the moment. Let's go and have a look at the boardroom screen. Our budget at the moment is 1.79, so that doesn't actually change a great deal. It does give us 150 grand to play with, and I'm sure a couple of fringe players will leave the club too. Let's finish off on the schedule screen so you can see what we've got left. Because we already know that there's nothing riding on the Liverpool game, we will play that one off camera now. So the next episode will be the FA Cup final, just 6 days time against Everton. Arguably we're slight favourites for that, as Everton at the moment in the Premier League, down in 10th place on 49 points, though they do have some top class players and a couple of first team England internationals. Then we'll skip through the Liverpool game off camera, with our reserve side playing that weekend, and then a few days after that we'll have Barcelona in the Europa League final, that one coming up in 2 episodes time. So 2 massive videos coming up, and I really hope you'll come and join me for them. I'm hoping we can win at least one of them. After the Carabao Cup it would be a great season. But if you did enjoy that Premier League campaign, despite the slight disappointment at the end, it really was a brilliant season overall, so I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Please do put a thumbs up on the video if you did, and hopefully we'll be able to put things right in the FA Cup final. What a great time it would be for Torquay if after no major trophies in 14 years, we could get 2 domestic cups in the same season. That's what I'm hoping for in the next episode, but of course just hoping doesn't achieve much. So plenty of work on the training ground, and we'll be back next Saturday better than ever. Let me know in the comments what you think of the 2 finals coming up. Are there any changes you think we should make? I'm thinking about dropping the fullbacks to support, but we have been defensively sound all season, and despite those goals being conceded, we've still got the second best defensive record in the league. That could obviously change against Liverpool, but it's not going to change significantly. Obviously if Omar's fit, he'll be back in the side, and that could be the key difference, just as it was against Milan. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM19 content, firstly from this one club story with Torquay. Obviously you know the next 2 episodes will be massive, as we try to win 2 more major trophies. And then my other short-term challenge, Saving a Giant, the conclusion of that series is tomorrow, so do come and join me for the last one of that, before we make some plans for later in the year. I will give you a slight warning that the schedule for this one will change. We'll still have episodes on the 3 days we currently do, but we're going to have 1 or 2 extras a week as well. I just want to get in a few more seasons of this one, as I'm absolutely loving it and want to try and get a chance to win the Premier League and maybe even the Champions League too. There's also 3 episodes a week from my Cricket 19 career. That's every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. A massive thank you to everyone that's given that series a try, or the Ashes Test playthrough we did beforehand. I really have been overwhelmed by the support for both series, and I can't thank you all enough for giving it a try. Finally, there's Snooker 19 career mode content. That story continues every Friday at 4:30. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the series. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time for the FA Cup final as we try to add our second major domestic trophy.